Hey everyone, it is Power Pilates day 22, and today we're going to be doing some really lovely 4-point kneeling exercises to challenge your spine and to challenge your pelvic and your shoulder stability as well. So let's come into 4-point kneeling. You're going to set yourself up with your hands directly beneath your shoulders and your knees directly beneath your hips. Now, if it's too much for your knees, you can place a little folded blanket or a cushion underneath there. And with your wrists, if having your hands like this is too much, you can create fists and balance on your fists instead. Or once again, you can place a little cushion underneath your wrists to take the pressure off that joint there. So whichever position you're in, I want you to make sure you've got lots of space between your fingers. So you're really opening your fingers out wide to take the pressure. And you're balancing here. So just find that neutral spine and pelvis. That's where you're neither tucking your bottom underneath you and you're not slumping down through your spine. You're just nicely lengthened out here. Toe muscles coming in here to support you. And check that the centers of your elbows are facing each other. We're going to go into a really lovely cat and extended cat now to get our shoulders and our spine and our hips working. So I'd like you to take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, tuck your tailbone underneath you, tuck your pelvis, toe muscles coming in. And one bone at a time, start to roll all the way up. Lengthening away from the mat, bring your head down and press the mat away from you so your mid-spine is going all the way towards the ceiling. And then as you inhale, extend back, so you're sending your bottom back, breastbone going forward, and then keep on going past through neutral till you're sending your bottom really out far and your breastbone forward and really exaggerating that lumbar curve of your spine. So our legs remain completely still. It's just our pelvis tilting on the top of our legs, our femurs, rolling all the way up. Lovely stretch of your spine, lots of length there, and then extending back. So breastbone going forward, bottom going backwards, sending your breastbone forward, really exaggerating that curl, and going again. So rolling all the way up. Press the mat away, so lots of strength through your arms here. This is great for weight bearing, so fantastic for increasing your bone density, especially if you're worried about osteopenia or osteoporosis. Exercises like this are fantastic. So strengthening away, and returning through, breastbone going forward, bottom back, and last one here, tucking underneath you, rolling all the way up, and extending back, breastbone going forward. Then we're going to sit our bottom back over our heels and give our wrists a bit of a rest. So roll your wrist around to get some movement through there, and we're going to move into our donkey kick now. So this is going to be so good for getting the back of your glute, back of your leg working, as well as challenging your hip stability. So 4-point kneeling once again. This time we're going to bend at the hip, keeping the angle between your knee the same. So you're going to breathe out and send the back of your foot up towards the ceiling and lower down. And throughout this, you're going to keep your hips completely still. Let's go on the other side. You're breathing out, opening up that hip, keeping the angle of your knee the same and keeping your hips level and square to the floor. Your shoulders are square as well. Keep your toe muscles coming in. And if you're doing this right, you should feel that muscle just inside the hip, really working here as you control this movement. So we're breathing out to open that hip up. Inhale to lower down. Try and keep both sides of your waist really long. And make sure you're not moving your elbows or your arms or your shoulders. Back of neck nice and long. So it's just purely movement at the hip. And again, you should feel the back of your bum and the back of your legs switching on to help you with this movement. So let's go again, breathing out to float up. Inhale to lower down, lovely. One more time on each side after this one. Lower down, breathing out, keep your toe muscles coming in. Imagine that you've got a tray of drinks on the back of your pelvis. Bring that knee down, and our final one here. So really great for strengthening the posterior line of your body. Bring that knee back under and sit back over your heels. And once again, give your wrists a rest here. We're going to take this into a single leg slide and a lift now. We're going to do 5 on each side. So again, firing at the back of our body and keeping our hips nice and still. So back to 4-point kneeling. Make sure you're nicely balanced. Centers of your elbows facing each other. Really strong through your shoulders. So rather than slumping down, just press the mat away. Keep the back of your neck nice and long. Breathe in, slide one leg away, keeping it really long. Toe is on the floor. And then as we breathe out, we're going to float that leg up reaching away through our toes, bring that leg to hip height, lowering down, exhale and lift, inhale and lower, exhale and lift. So again, it's just a pure movement of the hip. And going again, try not to lean to the side, keep the weight even through your hands if you can. You're really working your core stability here because you've turned a 4-point kneeling into an off-center 3-point kneeling. So really great for toning your core, even though you're not moving through there. Slide that knee back in. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side now. So inhale, slide that leg away. Exhale to float. Make sure you're not going to kick anything. Keep your core muscles coming in and think about that lift. So not moving anything else in your entire body, lifting and lowering. We're going to go 3 more times on this side, floating up. Inhale down, float up and down. Super. Last one here and return. We're going to go again on each side for 5 times. So really working you hard today. Let's go again, sliding and float. Try not to extend down into your spine. So try not to slump as you lift that leg up. Think about a tray of drinks. You're trying to balance it there. Breathing out and in. Lengthening through your toes at all times. Keep your leg nice and long. You're not bending at the knee. We're going to go one more like this. Lifting up and down. Float that knee back under. Final time here. Sliding away and float. Lifting and lowering. Lift and lower. Super. Lift and lower. Final couple of times. Lift and lower. Lift and lower here. Bring that knee back in. Oh, and return. Give your wrist a rest once again. Remember, you can always change the position so you can go into your fists. Just make sure you give them a roll round. And we're going to go into a single arm lift now. So similar to what we've just done with our legs, this time we're going to open out the front of our shoulders and again challenge our shoulder stability in 4-point kneeling. So come back into your 4-point kneeling here. Keep your toe muscles coming in. Inhale, slide one leg away arm away along the floor in line with your shoulder. And then as we exhale, we're going to try and float the arm up and lower down. We're just going to do one on each side to start with. So just sliding that arm away, floating up, keep your shoulders square to the floor, keep your shoulders away from your ears as well. It's really tempting to shrug them around your ears. You keep them plugging down the back of our spine. Going again, tummy muscles coming in, try not to move anything else in your body, and you might find that as your shoulders get a little bit more warm, you can float them higher up. Super. So sliding away again, making sure you've got lots of space between your fingers on that supporting hand. Going to go 2 more times. So moving smoothly and slowly, but trying to get a little bit of flow in there as well, so it's not jerky at all. Good. Sliding back in. 1 more time to each side here. Floating up, lowering down. Keep your core muscles coming in. Last one here. Floating up. And come back down. Well done. Give your wrists a rest once again. And for our final exercise, we're going to come into a slide into a plank. So I'm going to give you 2 versions for it because sometimes you might find it's a little bit much for your wrists and your shoulders. So our first option is you're going to come down onto your elbows. So your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders now. Your forearms are lengthened out along the mat. And your 2 muscles are coming in. It feels a little bit weird to start with, I do admit, but you're going to be taking lots of weight on your forearms, so it's a lot easier on your wrists. So we're going to breathe in here. As we breathe out, we slide one leg away and tuck our toes underneath us, and slide the second leg away and tuck your toes. Bring back and return. So that is our first option. Our second option, oh, by the way, if you find it hard tucking your toes underneath you, you can just stick with those single leg slides. You're going to get the same benefits in terms of your core strength. It's just a little bit less intense on your feet. So our second option here, we're going to slide and tuck our toes, tummy muscles coming in, slide, come into a high plank position. Return and return. So you have the option here, or you can just sit and have a rest. It's up to you. So tucking your toes, make sure you're not sending your bottom up high in the air as you come back and back. Good. 2 more times, sliding. Tummy muscles coming in, sliding again, return, return, and our final one, sliding and sliding Oh, this is quite hard work. Return, sit back over your heels, give your arms a rest, roll out your wrist, well done. Okay, we're going to just sit however suits you best. Take your arms out to the side, take a nice deep breath in, breathing out, reach through your fingers, really reaching nice and tall here, getting length down the front of your body, press the air away, and go one more time, breathing out, reaching all the way up, press the air away, and give yourself a clap. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to be back tomorrow for more Pilates. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.